Welcome, Geminis. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is your August reading. A little bit later than I wanted to put it out, but I guess all in divine timing. While I was recording the August readings, my other phone that I used to use to record the readings on really had an insane glitch, and then he just kind of died on me. So it was pretty dramatic, to say the least. I'm not gonna bore you guys with all the details, so I had to go out of my way and search for someone to prepare it, but it wasn't fixable, so I had to find something else to record on, which I did. And I'm super happy. I'm so happy that I'm getting the chance to continue recording the readings for August, because his energy is just on fire. Okay, I don't know, it's a lot. So we're just gonna go with the flow and see what wants to come true for you guys for the month of August. Just overall, energy is fluid, so this could play out a little bit longer. Maybe this is something that you already, felt July was really about for you, and then it's just sort of a confirmation. So just keep an open energy and let's see what comes true. I'm not gonna micromanage these readings this month. Definitely no. All right, so we just had this full moon in Aquarius, I think around a day and a half ago. 2 days, let's just say 2 days ago, which was in your ninth house. Okay, Aquarius being your nine, and so this will probably either put in something in motion. Maybe you guys have finished a a project that took a lot of your time, your energy, your effort. This could also signify in the form of a relationship, often a little bit more for a long distance relationship, something that either used to work long distance but then not so much in person all the time 24/7, or maybe vice versa, something that used to be really up close in person, and then one of the two parties are kind of sort of moved away, and you kind of just feel like maybe this is the entering of a new stage of that relationship, or maybe it's time to sort of both move, go your own way. So that could be connected to a relationship, but overall I just feel you're entering this new space. That's, as Geminis, you guys go through multiple times in life where there is this moment of I need something new. I want to learn something new, I want to see something new, I want to sort of transform and either remove myself from this, or start learning this, or start doing that. And that little seed, I guess, some way, shape or form, blooms really quickly with you guys. And I feel this full moon in Aquarius really is about setting this into motion. You guys are going to either quickly fall for something quickly find yourself wrapped up in it, or it's just something that feels like coming home to, sort of, maybe you're trying to learn a new language and you're whoa, I never knew that this language made so much sense to me. This is a language that really fits me. It's something that, for some reason, I just feel like I am just remembering instead of learning, right? So it's something like that. Something familiar may come in the form of a new person, or it may come in the form of actually an existing person that teaches you something new, teaches you something about yourself and about what you want, and especially what you do not want moving forward. And so you will, this moon cycle in general, because we're moving, we just have the full moon, so we're moving into the new moon in Leo, which connects to your third house. I really do feel like it's all about sort of bringing in the balance of what is and what you wished it to be versus what it is now and the potential it has to become. And so finding your way of sort of balancing between those energies, seeing where you have a lot of power and where you could actually make a lot of changes and have a lot of influence on, if you're willing to put in the time, energy and effort, and also things that you have been putting time and energy and effort towards, but you ended up not actually being able and capable of changing it because it was not meant to change, or it was just because it wasn't the right, it might not be the right fit for you, the right person, the right relationship, the right group of people. And so coming to understand that it's not you necessarily, it's just that you're willing to look at, hey, where can I grow? You're willing to look at like, oh, maybe I should approach it from a different angle or something like that. But if there is no angle that you can approach it to, then maybe it's just like, time to move forward and understand that you do have a lot to bring to the table and a lot to give. And if a situation continuously makes you feel like you're coming up short, you're not enough, or that you're not that, basically, then you have the right, like you stand more than in your right to say, okay, you know what, I'm gonna move forward because I do deserve to feel that way, because I show up, right? And you deserve for things to show back up for you as well. So yeah, it's something that I'm channeling for you guys. So let's see, let's get a affirmation card. There's also a card, a deck that I used to use a lot on my channel, like back in like 2019, and so okay, we have two, but yeah, it just kind of went into hiding, and then all of a sudden it popped back up. I found it again. I was like, oh, I'm gonna use that for Geminis. Here we go. It says, I choose love no matter what. I choose love no matter what. I choose love no matter what. And it came together with a very jumpy card. Pretty sure that made the whole deck jump. It says, I am the loving energy of the universe. I am the loving energy of the universe. I choose love no matter what. And it really is significant with the day and the night, right? And reflecting things back to yourself. The love you send out comes back to you. The love that you receive from the world is actually the love that you've sent out, and it comes back to you. Sometimes it comes back through a different channel. It may not always be the person that you've invested time and energy in, but it might actually return back to you through a completely different situation, different job, a different person. So understand that often we hyper focus on, we gave this person everything, we gave them loyalty, we gave them this, but then there's another energy that does bring it back to you, even if that person can reciprocate it. Right? So the love and time and energy you invest into a relationship, and then you might leave the relationship, doesn't mean that it's always the love, always the energy. It's always the energy of love is you, and it comes back to you. And you choose to come from that space to love no matter what. And I feel that this really is significant towards yourself this month, Gemini. It really is. I'm going to love myself no matter what. I'm not going to put myself in positions where it's so uncomfortable for the person who I just am and the needs that I have. I'm going to choose love no matter what. No matter what. If you come from a place of you wanting to show love, companionship, I'm hearing companionship, yeah, I guess in some way, shape or form, partnership to yourself, that commitment to yourself. It can be hurting hearts. It will only hurt, may or may not hurt egos along the way, because your intention is to want the best for everyone in the situation. Them, you will take them in account, but also yourself. That eventually only teaches them the lessons that they need to learn. So once again, from a place of love, we will teach and we will learn. Okay? All right. Well, I don't want to get too preachy on something, but it's just the way I'm channeling it. All right, let's pick up this tarot deck for you. Let's see what we got coming in for my Geminis. What does Geminis need to know, be aware of? I'm hearing sage your car. I don't know what that is all about, but if some of you have a car, it's good to sage it, like sage it out, but it's definitely connected to like a situation where you either spend a lot of time in your car while you were maybe going through a period of time of an ending, and maybe you were feeling really sad or letting go or frustrated. Maybe you really hated, I'm hearing like I hated my job. Depleted. I'm hearing like energy was depleted. Depleting my, yeah, with the two, with the Five of Pentacles, with the two people. It's like there's something connected to your car, to one of, it's not a big group, okay? So if you like, I don't have a car, like this is not for me, then that's totally okay. Just sage it, just clear it out, clear out the energy. It needs to be cleared out. Some of you use your car as like to work on something and work on a project, because it gives you a lot of freedom, space and time. Just make sure you also clear it after you maybe have like a tough phone conversation or something like that. Like, I'm sensing that it brings you more than just get you from point A to B, and so you should energetically cleanse it now and then, because it will be able to give you more of that peace. And for others of you may actually have slept in your car for some time, and it's just like the connection you have to your car is still connected to the past, when in the present it's ready for a new energetic connection with you. That's what I'm hearing. So just take it as it comes. Let's move forward. The Eight of Pentacles and the Five of Pentacles. You may have felt left out in the cold a little bit by a person who was really focused on their own things. And so they were like so super focused on their own things that it made you feel like they kind of forgot about you and about your relationship. For others, it might feel like you're part of a group, but it's more of like online. So you work together with multiple people, maybe even from different places of the world, and you kind of feel like they're just like they're leaving you out of certain meetings, or you're not feeling really as included, or you're not feeling like your work is being respected and appreciated and validated as other people's work, or you're doing more and they're getting the praise, right? So that's something I'm sensing. So let's see how we can clear out that energy. Overall, I'm just saying, like, you really are transmuting your energy. Look at that beautiful star cards. Okay. You really are. I'm feeling like also some of you come home to a project that used to bring you a lot of joy, and it's really just you. Like, it really is authentic to you, and I feel like you kind of left it, on the bookshelf to like come back to at one point where you had a little bit more space in your life. But actually, it also is. It's really strongly connected to your authenticness. What I'm hearing, like, it's really something that fits you, and it brings you joy, and it brings you energy and inspiration, and all of those things you should just follow. See, the Ten of Swords was like wanting to come out. It's almost like you feel that you felt a lack of support, of people supporting the thing that your soul is guiding you to follow and to do. So it's like a little bit of, I needed to do this, I needed to do this for myself, but it also equaled into me neglect or let go of the people that were just not supportive and were just not on this road with me, because I needed to try it regardless. I need to go. I need to follow who I am. Because it's healing, though. It's like the voices that you used to hear from the outside world and it would actually get to you. It's healing. But it's a process, It's not something that happens overnight. Those people's voices is like completely like 0% affects you anymore. But I am sensing you healing from that. You get more of like a clear hearing and a clear understanding of the guidance that brings you that sense of happiness, that just puts you back on the pathway that is more authentic to you. I feel like you might be taken away there a little bit, Gemini. Okay, what else is coming up? Here we go. Eight of Wands. Yeah. Yep. So it's like that is that embracing of positive communication. It's like, if you're not with me, you're kind of against me at this point. Like, this is a time in my life, as a Gemini, right? What you guys as a Gemini would maybe say, like, if you're not with me, you might be against me. I speak a lot of an I form, but that's because I'm channeling that energy. It's like, if you're not with me or against me, if you're not motivating me, if you're not helping me, if you're only trying to put and instill fear into me, it's like it's not going to help. If you're not trusting me, if you don't trust my judgment, like all of that, like I don't need it. So what is that Eight of Wands? Yeah, justice. It's a tough decisions, Gemini. It's tough sometimes, justice is not always like, it's the truth, so it sets me free, makes me feel great. The truth is not always, sometimes truth lays in the middle. What is true to you is staying true to yourself. and how things make you feel. So it might be a little tough, but it's also like, for some reason I can't come up with the English word for that. It's just justice, you know. It's justified. That's the word. It's justified. You're standing in your right to say up until here, no further. It's enough. Let's see what else. Eight of Wands, justice. Might be a Libra. With the Eight of Cups, yeah, you're walking away. It is the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups. It's some of you really breaking through some walls. That was just a hanging curtain, actually. It was blocking your view, but it was just a curtain. You see behind her, it's like, you know, you have the pillars, yes. But it's a doorway. It's always open. And then you have this hanging curtain in the background. It's like, yeah, well, I have this whole wall. It's like holding me back when it's just a curtain, like, you know, we can just remove the curtain. It's not even gonna take that much of your energy. It's just like understanding that that curtain can become mentally like this whole block, you know, whole wall of resistance. It's blocking your view. It can block the view of like seeing truthfully. And it's also it's tough. It's like outgrowing. One sec, because they're trying to show me something. I feel like some of you may have actually waited until you have like all the evidence. Whoa, throat chakra. Exactly. Evidence. I went to say the word evidence and it's like, throat chakra, I'm not saying anything. Right? It's like you felt like wanting to wait till you're like completely ready and you have all the things and you have everything gathered and then you can leave and then it's enough and then you invested enough and then you should feel justified for saying no and move forward or changing this or starting this finally for yourself. It's like you are already there. You don't need another thing to hurt you or to hit you before you say like, okay, now I need these boundaries. Now I feel like strong enough to say no. It's enough already, but it's tough. Because once again, it's like that, you know. It's like, no. It's like that energy. Like, let's not use actual words, but let's just say something. So it's like, you know, it's an energy. That's what they're showing me. All right. Seven of Pentacles. You have invested. You maybe don't feel ready yet to let it go. It's like there's still a little bit left there. Yeah, with the Fool and the Seven of Swords. Maybe you are already on this new path. You're planning your sweet escape, as Geminis can do. It's like, I'm just gonna tell you yes and amen, but I'm already planning behind the scenes because I don't trust you anymore. When you lose the trust of a Gemini, yeah, you kind of, there's no coming back, because the Gemini will make you still feel like sort of welcome and all of that here and there, but it's not really coming back. And it's like the Seven of Swords as well. Yeah, you're taking space for yourself, trying to just be there for yourself without actually being expressive about it. And that's good. That's fine. You don't need to. You don't need to share that with the world or as long as you know what you're doing for you. You know how you're showing up for yourself. You know the space that you want to claim for you. You know where you're heading. You know what you need. You're willing to provide yourself those needs. You want a fresh start. You want a clean slate. You want the opportunities to come back. You want to feel like, I don't know where I'm going to be a year from now, and that's exactly what I want right now. You know, the feeling of freedom into the opportunities. in the possibilities. Not in a wishy-washy way of like, I just don't want to commit and I just want to feel. No, it's not about not committing. You are committed always to something, you know. But recommitting to yourself after actually being disappointed and hurt while you're being drained because you invested so much, that's not a really great place to be. The Two of Wands with the Knight of Cups. Good. You're not losing your sweet touch. Like, you're not. Like that kindness, that mother energy that you guys do have. It's in a different way. Obviously, for example, Cancerians, or especially if you're a cusp, sometimes hard to balance the two, but actually they do go well together. You guys are very giving and nurturing and understanding the needs of other people. You just give them more selectively. When you've selected someone to receive that, they get it. They really do get it. Fully, wholly. And then when it turns out that person isn't either ready, or they're not responsible with that, or they're not reciprocating of it, it kind of sometimes feels like the whole world is on your shoulders. There we go. The Emperor. I'm not saying the whole world is not on your shoulders. The whole world is in your hands. So that's what I'm feeling. Understanding there are more opportunities out there for you, more options, more ways of looking at things. Let your creative energy flow. Just let it flow. Just try and find a couple of different ways of doing things, and then see and select the one that works best for you. If you want to try out one for a couple of weeks, you're like, does this actually work for whatever you're trying to move towards a change? Some of you might be really your physical body. Sometimes for some of you, it might be you're wanting to move into different social groups. You might want to do volunteer work, but you're trying to like find the right fit for you, which there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like, oh, they're looking for volunteers. Now I'm here. I just kind of need to suck it all up. No, you don't, because there is something that maybe not is, really connected to you, but it might be perfect for, Miss whoever next door, and then for her it's like a perfect fit. So why stay in something that isn't a fit in general, and it works? You have to make it work so hard for something that should kind of go natural. That doesn't mean with the first hard thing you like run out the door. But I know I'm talking to Gemini, so you guys won't even, that's not really even your thing. So understand that there is multiple ways of setting these boundaries, making these shifts, and to work around it and work with it and find your way out. Find your way again, Gemini. And like I said, it's so, for the collective in general, for everyone on a personal level, it might be something different, but it's because it's a Venus retrograde that still it just hits different at the moment. So coming up towards Mercury retrograde as well at the end of August, actually the day the sun moves into Virgo. There we go. That's gonna be I really do feel that will be a moment where there might be a lot of, I'm hearing like white noise a little bit, like a little white noise, and just this orientation, almost what I'm feeling, like a little bit of there's a lot going on, and it's like in the thing that bring you peace, and the things surrounding and things like that, and really in your foundation. The foundation of like how you treat yourself, the foundation of how you let others treat you, like really that harmonious energy of things like, no, it's balanced, it's good, it's going good. Like if there's a thing, I can express it, they're open to listen, I do the same thing. It's like it's a balanced thing. It doesn't always have to be perfect for something to be in harmony. It's like, no, there's like this foundation is there, that's why it works. Right? We know how to work around things because we have this foundation to fall back on. Like if we go back from scratch, if we hit rock bottom, it's actually this nice, kind of balanced bottom that we've built. This is the foundation, this is the core. We don't go below this. There might be some shifts and changes there in order to really build that when this Mercury retrograde comes along. So if there's underlying issues that keeps you from having this foundation with either your work or yourself, or how you treat your, your own healing journey or your health journey, or, your relationship journeys, multiple, it's understanding that they will show where it is. I don't want to use the words I'm channeling, but I'm just going to do it. Like where it's dysfunctional, because there are a couple of things that are just really dysfunctional, and it just brings about this dysfunctional energy, and it's not a stable foundation. And I'm not saying like, oh, you guys make it dysfunctional. No. Sometimes it is literally because we're just doing too much. We're giving people too much space. So I'm sensing like the conversation might needed to be had, and understand that Rome wasn't built over one night either. It takes time and multiple ways to build it as well. So you will find your way, the way that fits, as long as you approach things from a place of love, which is really important. I'm the loving energy of the universe, which you are. And once again, I choose love no matter what. If you choose love no matter what, it doesn't mean like you have to just accept everything. And love meaning that it's the other person. No, it's like approach things from a place of love. Meditate on that a little bit. If there's something that just doesn't really completely connect to you, like maybe for you it means something different, right? All right, I'm going to pick up one more oracle card for you, and I'm going to sign out. Ooh, I already know what card that is. With the star card, they're asking you to have some fun. Okay? Have some fun. Childlike energy, a child's love, comes through with the star card. The love between a parent and a child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on Earth. Children start out as a part of us, and from their very first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our heart. Beautiful. So some of you, it has to do with actually a child of yours, or a child that's really close to you, and understanding that even though it's your child and all of that doesn't mean that there cannot be, a space where you have those boundaries, where you unconditionally love them, sometimes a little bit, from a place where it's also healthy for you. All right. Hello from heaven. Wow, you're getting a message from above. I say, your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you, Gemini, as much as you want to connect with them. They know that you've been thinking about them, and they are sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they are with you at this time. Beautiful. Let's take that in for a little bit, especially if you just, if you lost someone who's significantly close to you. Like they're letting you know, like, we're around. We're sending you signs. And then you have relationships. It says, relationships are just mirror images of our own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you react and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul's growth. Beautiful. I'm also hearing set me free. So it was just a side note that I was getting. Set me free. Just set me free. And if I come back to you, I'll be yours forever. All right. That was it for you guys, Gemini. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to, to like the video, because that actually, is something that will help the channel. Also, if you're not subscribed, then please hit the subscribe button, because I'm doing lives as well. And some of you, want to join the live streams, and you get a notification that. Anyway, I'm very, not good at like promoting all of that. I just want to send you love, and I want to send you light. And I hope you guys have a great month. Don't be too hard on yourself. Go do something fun, okay? Like Geminis know how to have fun, okay? Girls just want to have fun. I love you, and I'll be back soon. Bye, Gemini. Bye.